just making sure this is the right number for Mallory Bradley.
It is. Who is this?
Nice to meet you. I'm Ellie, the woman your husband is madly in love with. I figured you'd pretend not to know, but come on, you've been dragging this divorce out way too long. It's time to let go. He wants me now. You and those kids are just in the way.
Okay, so you're telling me you're, what, his mistress?
Ugh, I hate that word. We're not sneaking around. We're in love. We've been together for a while now. He tells me everything. I tell him everything. We're soulmates.
Huh, I had my suspicions, but I didn't think the woman he was cheating with would text me directly. That's pretty bold of you to do.
Bold? No, honey, it's called confidence. I'm not going to play second fiddle to someone who's clearly just clinging to a dead marriage.
That's interesting, because Howard's never mentioned a divorce, not once.
Yeah, right. He told me you're being totally uncooperative. All you're doing is stalling and making it impossible for him to move on.
He tells you that, huh? Fascinating. Tell me more.
Oh, I could go on forever. He's miserable with you. He tells me how trapped he feels. You seriously think this is still a real marriage?
I'm just trying to keep up. One second he's silent at home, the next his mistress is texting me out of the blue. Forgive me for being a little confused.
Please, he gave up on you a long time ago. If you're really confused about what's going on, then you're just a moron. No offense.
None taken. So how'd you get my number?
Found it in his phone. Don't freak out. I needed to do this. Woman to woman.
You do realize how weird this is, right?
What's weird is you still pretending this marriage is alive. I'm offering you a chance to walk away with a little dignity.
You don't get to decide what I do with my dignity. If you want me to believe anything, you're going to have to give me more than just your word. I just don't take the word of a stranger seriously, especially when she introduces herself by announcing she's the woman my husband's madly in love with.
Oh, wow. You really want me to send proof? Like photos? Because I can. Plenty of them.
If you have any photos of the two of you together, then yes, I'd love to see them. And if you won't show me any, then I'm afraid I have no reason to believe you.
You really are in denial. Fine, if you won't believe me, maybe this will convince you. I'm pregnant.
I see. You're pregnant, are you?
Yep, his baby is in my belly right now. Which means you need to take care of the 5 he already has. They're not going to be my problem.
Wow, that's quite the ask. You not only know we have 5 kids, but you want me to take them all?
Obviously, you're his wife. You raised them already. You know their schedules, their needs, all that stuff.
If we were to get divorced, then all I'd be taking would be our youngest son.
What? You can't just pick and choose. You don't get to say, I'll take the easy one and leave me with the rest.
The youngest is the only one out of the 5 who is actually my child. The others came with Howard from his past marriages. I think I've done enough work raising other people's children for one time. They're his problem now.
Wait, back up. Past marriages? You're saying he's been married before you?
You didn't know? You're not the first. Far from it.
He told me he was with you for ages, but that's it.
Well, he lied. There were others. Their mothers wanted to take their kids when they divorced him, but he wouldn't allow it. He said he'd raise them himself. He didn't mention the part where he dumped them on whoever he married next.
I seriously cannot believe this right now. He never mentioned being married more than once.
Well, now you know. I'd say you should ask him about it, but I have a feeling he'll just lie to you the same way he lied to me, and probably the same way he lied to the women before me.
Wow. Just wow. Why would he keep something like that from me?
Maybe because he knew it'd scare you off, or maybe because he didn't think it mattered. Either way, it doesn't change much now, does it?
Unbelievable. And yet you still stayed with him?
Not for love. Let's just say I didn't have a whole lot of better options at the time.
Well, I do have options. I can make Howard happy. Way happier than you ever could.
Great. Then you've got nothing to worry about, right?
So then you'll sign the divorce papers? Like, actually go through with it?
Sure. In fact, I've been wanting to get rid of him for a while now. I just didn't think I'd get the opportunity handed to me by someone else.
Good! Finally, we're making progress.
But let's get one thing clear. I'm not taking those kids.
You have to! I can't raise 5 of someone else's brats!
And you think I can? What makes you think I have the time or energy for that? I raised them already. I did my part. Now it's your turn, sweetheart.
This is such a mess. Why did no one tell me he had all this baggage?
Because he probably didn't want you to know. But now that you do, you get to decide if you're still interested. You wanted the man, you're getting the whole package.
You could at least help out.
I am helping by stepping aside. I think a simple thank you would be in order.
Don't be smug. I'm doing you a favor. You should be grateful I came along.
Oh, I am. It's not every day someone volunteers to take a cheating, lying man off your hands. You've done a real public service.
You're being so cold about this. Don't you have any emotions at all?
I just don't waste them on people who don't deserve them. Anyway, there's only one thing I still don't get.
What?
What exactly do you see in a man in his 50s with 5 kids and multiple failed marriages? Genuinely curious.
That's none of your business. And for the record, he's not like that with me. What we have is real.
Sure, because he's always so different this time. Ask any of us exes. We've heard it all before.
I don't care what you think. He's going to divorce you, marry me, and we'll have a perfect life together.
Uh-huh. And the 5 kids? Where do they fit in?
He'll figure something out. Probably send them to boarding school or something. They're not my problem.
Wow, you really think children are disposable, huh? Noted.
I don't need to be judged by you.
Then stop saying ridiculous things and maybe get a job, a well-paying one. You're going to need it.
What's that supposed to mean?
Just saying, you might want to keep your expectations realistic.
You're trying to psych me out. That's such a classic jealous ex move.
Believe what you want. I'm just giving you the courtesy I never got.
I know what I'm getting into. Howard loves me. He tells me that every day.
That's nice. He said the same thing to me, and probably the same to the woman before me, and the one before that, and so on.
Wow, you really think you're clever, huh? You're not special. You're just bitter.
No bitterness here, just a quiet appreciation for patterns. Howard's got a lot of them.
Look, I don't care about your experience or whatever. He chose me. I'm the one he wants now.
And he said that to the others too, at first.
Keep talking. All you're doing is making yourself look old and insecure.
Getting older's not the insult you think it is, so you're gonna have to try harder than that to upset me.
He told me you made him feel trapped. Being with me is like breathing fresh air.
He's very poetic when he wants to be. Just don't be surprised when the air starts feeling a little stale.
You were seriously obsessed with tearing him down. You must miss him more than you let on.
Not even a little. I'm just amazed at how confident you are, considering the track record.
Oh, please. You had your chance. You blew it.
If that helps you sleep at night, I won't argue.
You're just jealous. He told me I'm everything you're not. Young, exciting, easy to talk to.
You sound like you're pretty confident in yourself, Ellie. That's good. Confidence is important, especially with what you've signed up for.
Don't act like you know him better than I do.
I know what it's like to be in your shoes. That's all I'll say.
You think you're wise just because you're older. That doesn't make you right.
You're right. What makes me right is that I've lived through what you're about to.
I'm nothing like you. He's different with me. We don't argue. He tells me everything.
That's what I thought too. Until he stopped answering questions, stopped coming home on time, started making excuses.
He wouldn't do that to me. We have something real.
I'm sure you'd like to believe that, Ellie.
Listen to yourself. You're just hoping we fall apart. You want to watch us fail. That's the only way you'll be able to keep your dignity intact after Howard ditches you.
No, I don't care whether you two fall or not, actually. If you're really happy, I won't stand in the way. But when things start feeling off, just remember this conversation.
Why don't you go write a blog post or something? I don't need your tired little warnings.
What can I say? I'm an old woman, Ellie. I have a lot of experience, and I like to share it with younger girls. Especially with ones who desperately need to hear it, like yourself.
Hey, I saw your message. What's going on? Are you okay?
I'm perfectly fine, Howard. In fact, I'm better than fine. I'm finally making the decision I should have made years ago.
What are you talking about? What decision?
I want a divorce. And no, this isn't a threat or a scare tactic. This is me being clear. It's over.
Whoa, hold on a second. Where is this coming from? You can't just drop that out of nowhere.
It's not out of nowhere. You know exactly where it's coming from. I know about Ellie.
Ellie? What do you mean? Who is this Ellie person? A friend of yours?
Don't do that. Don't play dumb with me. She texted me. She told me everything.
She what? She talked to you?
Directly. She found my number in your phone. Guess she was feeling bold.
Unbelievable! Why would she do that? That's insane!
Is it? I actually found it kind of helpful. Saved me the trouble of pretending everything was fine for one more day.
This isn't what you think, okay? It's complicated. It's not like I planned for this to happen.
You didn't plan for it, but you let it happen. Over and over. And now she's pregnant.
You know about that, too? She told you?
Yep. You weren't going to tell me, were you? Just let me keep playing house with your 5 kids while you build a new one behind my back.
Mallory, I didn't know how to tell you. I didn't want to hurt you. You have to believe that.
Hurt me? Howard, you've been hurting me for years. You just finally gave it a name.
Look, we can fix this, okay? This doesn't have to be the end. We can work through it. We've come back from worse.
I don't think sleeping with someone else and getting her pregnant is a rough patch, Howard. That's a whole new chapter, without me in it.
Please don't do this. Think about the kids. They need you. They love you.
The only child I'm thinking about is my son. I'm done raising children that aren't mine. You had me doing that long enough.
That's not fair, though. You're their mom, Mallory. You're the only mom they know. They call you mom and everything.
Yeah, because you insisted that they do so under threat of grounding. Because I was the one making lunches and going to parent-teacher conferences and staying up with them when they had nightmares. Meanwhile, you were working late.
I didn't want them to go through another broken home. I wanted them to have some stability in their lives, you know?
That's funny. It seems to me like if you wanted them to have stability, you would have let them stay with their mothers, instead of, putting them through a revolving door of mothers.
I don't know what you want me to say here. We built a life together. You can't just throw that away.
I'm not throwing anything away. I'm reclaiming what's left of my life. Something I haven't been allowed to think about since the day I said I do.
You're being dramatic. You're angry right now. I get that.
No, I'm done right now. Big difference.
Look, I know I messed up. I know I've been selfish, but we can start over. We can go to counseling. Please, just don't give up on us.
There is no us, Howard. There's only ever been you, doing whatever you want. And me, cleaning up the mess. I'm tired, Howard. I'm really, really tired.
Just think about what you're saying. This doesn't have to end this way. You don't have to walk away from the only family you've got.
I'm not walking away from family. I'm walking away from a man who never saw me as his partner. Just a built-in babysitter with a marriage certificate.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do without you. What am I going to do about the kids?
You'll figure it out. You managed just fine when you were sneaking around. You'll manage now.
So you're just gone then? Just like that?
Not just like that. Like this. After years of pretending things would get better. After years of swallowing my pride for your kids. After crying myself to sleep more nights than I can count. That's how I'm leaving.
For God's sake, Mallory, don't do this!
Don't bother texting back. I won't answer. But I will be filing those divorce papers first thing in the morning. Goodbye, Howard. Morning. Just thought I'd let you know. You got what you wanted.
Wait, what?
The divorce is official. He's all yours now. Congrats.
OMG. No.
Something wrong?
A lot has happened since we talked.
I'm sure it has.
Mallory, he's furious at me, like actually screaming and throwing things.
That sounds like a you problem.
He said I broke up his marriage, that I ruined everything.
He needed someone to blame, but let's be real, he was never much of a prize to begin with.
I don't understand. He always said you were the problem, that you were lazy and selfish and cold.
Well, one of us was working full-time, paying the mortgage and covering every single one of his child support payments. Care to guess which one?
What are you talking about? I'm confused.
Oh yeah, surprise! Howard makes next to nothing. I paid for everything.
But he told me he was successful, that you were just using him for his money.
And you believed that? Wow.
He has a nice car, expensive clothes. He tips like a rich guy.
Ellie, sweetie, that car is leased under my name. The clothes? My Christmas gifts. The tips? My card. I have the receipts.
No, that can't be right.
I'm not sure what fantasy you bought into, but I promise it was never based on reality.
So what? You're telling me he's broke?
Dirt poor. The man couldn't afford a sandwich without my debit card.
Oh my God.
Oh, honey, we're just getting started.
What else are you hiding?
Nothing. I'm free now, remember? But you're about to meet the real Howard.
He has so many kids, Mallory. They're always over. They won't stop fighting. The house smells like feet. One of them called me the fake one.
Sounds about right. They used to call me not mom number 3.
Okay, I knew he had an ex-wife or two, but I didn't think I'd be stuck raising his entire lineage.
That's the Howard experience. Comes with emotional baggage, financial ruin, and a built-in daycare.
He made it sound like his kids were mostly grown.
That's what he told me when we met, and they were toddlers.
I didn't think I'd be playing stepmom to his soccer team.
Welcome to my Tuesdays and Wednesdays and every other day he needed help.
I thought we were gonna travel, sleep in, do brunch.
Instead, you're cooking mac and cheese at 9 p.m. while someone screams that their iPad died.
I don't even like kids.
Neither does he. If we're being honest, he just collects them, like Pokemon.
This is so not what I signed up for.
You thought you were the exception. Turns out, you're just next in line.
I thought I was gonna be different, that we were gonna be different.
That's what they all think, that he'd change for them. But Howard doesn't change. He just rotates.
So what now? I just become you?
If you're lucky, I had a job and boundaries.
This is so messed up.
No argument there, but now he's your mess, and I've never slept better.
He keeps saying we'll figure it out, that I just need to be patient, but he's home all day, doing nothing.
Yep, that's the man you fought so hard to win.
I can't believe this. I gave up everything for him. My apartment, my job.
Should have read the fine print.
So what do I do now?
That's the $1,000,000 question. Except in your case, it's more like $50 and an overdue water bill.
Mallory, seriously, what do I do?
Figure it out, like the rest of us did.
You're not even a little bit sorry?
I am sorry that he lied to you. I really am. No one deserves to be misled like that. But let's be honest, you saw the red flags. You chose to ignore them because it felt good to be the one he chose. You made your choices, Ellie, and now you have to live with the consequences. That's not cruelty, it's just reality. You wanted the man? Well, this is the full package. And unfortunately, there's no return policy.
Wow.
You wanted him, now you've got him, and everything that comes with him. Enjoy.
Hi!
Well, this is a surprise.
Oh, good. You didn't block me after that last conversation.
What is it, Ellie?
The other moms came by today. They came to pick up the kids. All of them.
Well, that's good news for you, isn't it?
They told me to tell you something.
Oh?
They said thank you.
Really?
They said to tell you thank you for raising their kids so well.
Huh.
They said they were always grateful you were there when they couldn't be. I didn't know what to say. I just stood there.
Well, I'm glad to know my work was appreciated.
Yeah, I've actually been thinking about that for a while now. Like, I've only been doing this for a week, and I'm exhausted.
Try several years without a break while working full-time.
I don't know how you did it, Mallory.
Neither did I. I was just too tired to stop.
It couldn't have been easy.
It wasn't. No part of it was. But someone had to make sure the lights stayed on and the kids were fed.
And you did all that while paying for everything?
Every bill, every school supply, every broken phone, while he bought useless tech and took midday naps.
I used to think you were cold, harsh, like you were trying to make Howard miserable.
I was worn down, and when you're the only adult in the house, you don't get the luxury of being soft.
I get it now. I think I really do.
Then you're already ahead of where I was at your age.
I wanted this fairy tale life. I grew up poor, like really poor. My mom raised 4 of us on her own. We lived in this crumbling old duplex with pipes that knocked at night and windows that wouldn't shut in winter.
Sounds about right. Mine whistled every time it snowed.
We used to tape plastic over the windows. I'd wake up, sing my breath, and pretend it was fun, like we were camping. Some nights, dinner was just rice and ketchup. Mom would smile and say it was a special treat. I think she was trying to keep us from feeling poor.
Moms do that. Try to make it feel normal so we don't see how bad it is.
Sundays were coupon days. We'd sit on the floor with flyers, circling things we needed and crossing out everything we couldn't afford. She worked so hard, cleaning houses, babysitting, whatever she could find. I barely saw her awake, and when I did, her face looked hollow.
That kind of tired doesn't sleep off. It becomes part of you.
I told myself I'd never end up like that. I wanted to be taken care of for once. I thought if I found someone successful, someone who really had it together,
you wouldn't have to worry, wouldn't have to hustle.
Exactly. So when I met Howard and he said all the right things, I wanted to believe him. He made it sound like I'd finally be safe. He called me his queen, said he'd spoil me, protect me, build a future with me.
He's good at the script. He's rehearsed it enough times.
And I fell for it. I wanted to believe I was the exception, that I was finally going to live the life I dreamed about as a kid. But now I see, he was never planning to lift me up. He just wanted someone to catch him as he kept falling.
Yep, that's Howard. All wrapping paper, no gift inside.
I know now that I was wrong. I hurt people trying to chase a dream.
You did, but you're not the first woman to learn that lesson too late.
I'm gonna try living with him for a bit, just to see how things go.
You really want to test that theory on hard mode?
I need to be sure. I want to try.
Then make a backup plan now. Secret savings account, car in your name, somewhere to run if it gets bad.
You really think I'll need all that?
I know you will. Howard doesn't get better. He gets heavier.
But the kids, they're not all bad. Some of them are actually kind of sweet.
Of course they are. They've had to grow up fast too. You think you're the only one who's tired?
One of them asked if I was going to be around next Christmas. I didn't know what to say.
Say you'll try, but don't promise them forever unless you mean it. They've heard enough lies.
I'm trying to be honest now. I don't want to pretend anymore.
Then start with yourself. Be honest about what you need, what you deserve, what you're settling for.
I guess I just wanted you to know I respect you now, for all of it.
That's sweet, but respect doesn't erase history. You still blew up someone else's life.
I know, and I hate that. I'd take it back if I could.
That's the part no one warns you about, how long you have to live with it. Even if he's gone, the mess lingers.
Do you think I'm a terrible person?
No, I think you were a desperate person who made selfish choices. We've all been there. It's what you do next that matters.
I want to be better. I just don't know how.
Start small. Stop lying to others, but mostly to yourself. And stop hoping he'll become someone he never was.
You're really not sugarcoating anything, huh?
Sugarcoating is for birthday cakes and denial, neither of which helped me when I was scraping together grocery money.
Fair enough.
You want soft? Call your mom. You want truth? Keep texting me.
I think I'll take the truth.
Good, because I don't do pity parties.
Thanks, Mallory, for being straight with me.
Don't thank me, just listen and protect yourself. No one else will.
I will, I promise.
Don't promise me, promise yourself.
Okay.
And Ellie?
Yeah?
When he asks you to co-sign a loan next month, run.
So, that's it, huh? You win? They all went back to their moms?
It's not a game, Howard. They're with people who actually show up.
Yeah, because you turned them all against me! Don't pretend you didn't have a hand in this.
I didn't have to do anything. You handled that just fine on your own.
No, don't gaslight me. You always made me look like the bad guy. You let them see me struggle and then played the saint who cleaned it all up. You acted like I was useless, like I didn't matter. And now they're gone, Mallory. All of them, with their mothers. And I'm the jerk who got left behind.
Maybe because they got tired of waiting for you to try.
I did try! I had plans! I had things I wanted to fix! But you always jumped in first! You never let me figure it out!
I jumped in because someone had to. You were figuring it out while the rent was late and the fridge was empty.
It's just... it was easier when you were around!
Easier how?
I don't know. You had this system. You just handled everything. Even when we were fighting, you still kept it all going. I didn't have to think about the bills or school stuff or forms or anything. I could breathe. And now I can't even keep track of whose socks belong to which kid. Ellie's mad, the kids are gone, and I feel like I'm drowning.
Welcome to the life I lived for years.
I wasn't built for this kind of stress, okay? I just wanted a calm, happy family, but everything's falling apart!
No, Howard. You wanted someone else to build a calm, happy family while you kicked back and coasted through it.
I didn't sign up to be the bad guy!
Then stop acting like one.
Ellie keeps looking at me like I'm supposed to have the answers, but I don't! I never did! You did! You always did!
Because I had no choice. Because if I didn't do it, nobody would.
It hurts, okay? Knowing that all the kids went to their moms and none of them picked me.
Maybe they would have if they ever felt like they could rely on you.
I thought I was doing enough. I thought being there sometimes was better than not at all.
Sometimes doesn't build trust. Sometimes doesn't cut it.
So what? I'm just supposed to accept that I failed? That everyone left me because I wasn't good enough?
I'm saying it's time to be better, for once.
You make it sound so easy.
It's not. It never was. But you have a child now, a new one, and you've run out of people to blame. Ellie needs support. That baby needs stability. And frankly, you've wasted enough time feeling sorry for yourself. You want to prove you're not just some walking disappointment? Then grow up, show up, and start being a father for the first time in your life.
Hey, got a lot to tell you.
Should I grab popcorn or a fire extinguisher?
Lol, I deserve that. Look, I know you had every right to be mad at me. I was the villain in your story. For a while, at least. I didn't get it back then. I thought I was stepping into some fairy tale, and I didn't care whose world I was wrecking to get there. But I see it now. I see what I did. I know what I took, and I don't expect forgiveness. I just want you to know I get it.
Okay, go on.
So, about Howard. I gave it to him straight, like no sugarcoating, no tiptoeing. I told him flat out if he wanted to stay in this house, he had to grow up. No more sulking, no more hiding behind excuses. I told him I'm not his mother and I'm not his maid. I told him he had one job now. Show up, be a real man, be the kind of father his kids could trust for once. And if he couldn't do that, he could pack up and get out.
Wow.
I meant every word, and he listened, like actually listened. 3 weeks later, he got a job, a real one, steady hours, full benefits, no under-the-table nonsense. He's been waking up early, wearing collared shirts, packing his own lunch. I barely recognize him sometimes. And the best part? I handle everything else. The budget, the bills, the calendar. I run the house. He makes the money, but he doesn't make the decisions. Not anymore. I do. I told him straight up, if he wants a roof and a family, he follows my rules now. And so far, he's actually doing it.
Honestly, I'm impressed. I didn't think anyone could get through to him. You might just be the first woman in his life to make him step up. I mean, he's tried to pretend before, play house, act like the man of the hour, but it always fell apart. Maybe you finally figured out the trick. He doesn't need praise. He needs a damn checklist. I'm not saying he's fixed, but if you've really got him working and respecting structure, then girl, you might be performing miracles. Just don't let him slide. Keep the line hard. No wiggle room. That's how you keep him honest. I know we have something of a colored past, but for what it's worth, I'm rooting for you. It's been 3 months since Ellie told me how things were going. She gave birth to a little girl, healthy, loud, and apparently already ruling the house. Howard didn't pass out, even held her hand the whole time, or so I've been told. He's still working, same job, still showing up, no call-ins, no midweek disappearances, and as far as I can tell, no screw-ups. Ellie's got the house running like a business. She keeps the lights on, the budget balanced, and the fridge full, and she still finds time to make him lunch. I haven't seen it firsthand. I don't need to. I hear enough to know she's keeping things steady. A few weeks after the baby came, I went ahead and filed a statement with the court. Told them I no longer needed child support or alimony. Not because I forgot what he did, not because he earned a gold star, but because Ellie's doing the heavy lifting now. She's the one steering the ship, and if Howard's finally cleaning up after himself, I don't see the point in holding on out of spite. It wasn't a gift. It was a clean break. I didn't tell them. I didn't announce it. I just signed the papers and walked away. They've got a baby now, a real shot, maybe, at building something better. So for once, I'm staying out of it, watching from a distance, and hoping, quietly, that they don't waste it.